has access to the same little nifty
Game
trick.
on! Jade Druid first. No surprise there, I don't think. And Fuji 1 game away from taking $150,000.
And he's got a hand to make that happen, given the health buffs there, but he's going to have to stick minions to the board and bypass the armor gain that's potentially lurking for his opponent. So Luker here going to have to play it as cautiously as possible. And the taunt here is a very nice sight for him.
Wonder if he can read anything into Fuji's hand from the fact he actually played that Shadow Visions. You normally wait for your Shadow Visions to see which piece you want to find. Can he read that, hey, he's got pieces already?
Well, what you have to assume is that most of it is exactly right, like combo pieces, right? That's most of what's in there at the moment. Now, this is a tricky spot where Luker sort of wants to get the armor gain twice for Lesser Jasper Spellstone to get the first upgrade, so that the Oaken Summons gives the third upgrade. But the problem is it's a little bit slow to hero power 3 times if you're going to be under pressure. Luker might just have to commit a swipe coin Spellstone here to make sure he doesn't get blown out.
Yeah.
You play as though they have it. That's the lesson number 1 against this type of priest deck. You play as though they have it.
Because they often do, and if they don't, they're very close to it, or they have a part of it. Like a 6/6 would be troublesome enough.
Daghelm. Oh, that's a Divine Spirit for 12/12s, but Naturalize is a card for Luker. It is in the deck as a 1-of. And Naturalize is his game against this.
But the 12/12 is going to happen. And he's going to need it. Yeah, Luker's face says it all there. He's going to have to.
But he respects the Fandral Staghelm, reasonably. So it's all about the Jasper Spellstone actually becoming a 6 damage spell, which right now it is not. But he's got enough health to play with for the time being.
Right, he has the information he's not dead next turn, because otherwise he'd have been dead last turn. So he can set up a semblance of a board at least.
Fuji keeps picking up health buffs, just putting the minion out of range of his opponent's removal. Even a taunt coming up in the way here to block the potential counterplay that his opponent had. So Luker here not looking great. Spreading play can buy him a lot of time.
But he's going to draw a lot of cards because that taunt is going to just protect the Northshire, and that is going to... The cards just end the game normally, but talking of cards, he doesn't want these ones.
That is the one card in Luker's deck that could counter those 5 cards in Fujitora's deck, all combined together. And you have to go back there and realize, there's only one Naturalize, but it isn't that likely you're going to be facing a 12/12 on this early in the game. So usually you have more time to find the Naturalize.
And you've got enough card draw with the Ultimate Infestations and Nourish and all that stuff that you should get to it. But like you say...
He has dodged a bullet.
Indeed he has. Fuji, though, still has things coming back. Twilight Acolyte, Potion of Madness, Inner Fire. There's still pieces swirling, ready to do it all again. But Luker now, if he can pick up any sort of card draw, could get back into this.
Yeah,
he's back into it, could get in front.
Yeah, one of the big reasons, again, to worry if you're Luker is usually the game goes on, you don't have taunt set up, you just get stolen your minion, of course, and then it hits you in the face. Like you have a, let's say, for the sake of argument, you have a 10-10 Jade because you're that good at jading up.
Yeah.
And then the opponent just takes the 10-10, makes it a 20-20 or, a 40-40 afterwards and kills you. But we've seen one Divine Spirit. That can't happen.
Luker has 23 damage available next turn.
Yeah, he's going to get roadblocked a little bit by the Dusk.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on the fact that this is actually clocking up pretty fast. And if he draws a Jade or card draw now, things are going to start looking good. Spellstone, not really what he wanted, but hey, it'll keep things at bay for a while. Like you say, though, needs to keep this taunt army up. Otherwise, he's in trouble.
I like Luker's choice to, armor up for that first Spellstone to maximize its removal potential. And again, a 6 damage Spellstone, fantastic against the Draconid Operatives. We have seen 2 Talon Priests and 2 Powered Shields, so there are no health buffs besides Divine Spirit coming up here.
Keeping tabs on that damage count, he has 18 next turn, 19 with the hero power, so he's getting close again to just winning by tempo, but... Second Dustbreaker. Tidies all that lot up. Oh, Twilight Acolyte used Tempo card.
I mean, he's got the second one in hand, so it doesn't matter at all. But This right there is not the card Luker wanted to see. He has drawn the Ironwood Golems naturally, and he has found Fandral naturally, so there's nothing left in that deck to actually do anything. I think swiping and trading is about as reasonable as you're going to get for a turn.
Yep.
The alternative is to simply wait one more turn, but I think you don't want any health buffs to come in and punish for no good reason. And you're still in the Ultimate Infestation draw, Nourish draw. Those bring you back in very strongly.
You've got 4 of those available to you, and they would probably win you the game. Not win you the game, but like you say, bring you back in strongly. And a Jade would help.
Any Jade.
Just any Jade is going to be 6/6, I think, at this point. That's going to be a pretty big deal.
So any Jade is good for... Luker is basically looking to dodge Spreading Plague at this stage. Swipe is decent for the future turns. Not really going to find any use here, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, the operative last turn wasn't played because Fuji realizes he has to win on tempo, and he needs, or like for card advantage on some level, he just can't find that.
And it's not often you see 2 modern Hearthstone decks just completely run out of anything to do, especially Druid.
Jade Blossom not looking amazing, but hey,
it'll do.
It's a 6/6. I'll take care of that.
He's got to work out if that's going to kill him.
I mean, there's only one Divine Spirit. It really can't. It's impossible. 2 Talon Priests, 2 Powered Shields gone. There's no way he dies to a steal here.
And you get into this weird lock situation against this Priest deck where if you don't do anything, you don't win the game because you've got to do something. So you end up having to try and do something. The only way to wait would be to wait until you get Spreading Plague and then put it alongside the Taunt so you don't die because there's taunts in the way. But that's miles from where we are right now. So he's having to do it the old-fashioned way, which is just hit people until they die from it.
Yeah, the Spellstone being used up on a Tar Creeper here will make Fujitora smile, as he knows that whenever he picks up a dragon, he gets the card advantage, he gets the tempo, he gets everything. And that is a dragon, and that's going to be the operatives coming out. Luker not going to be happy to see that one, as he just used the Spellstone. But from his perspective, hey, he's got a 6/6. He's still on this.
And I think the 6/6 was a part of the thinking. I really do. I think he knew that the operative was a big threat.
But he had a potential answer. I wonder if the Twilight Acolyte's kept for combo purposes. I don't think at this point you're ever on that game plan.
Yeah, your opponent's running dry. Like, you know he's got nothing to do. You can draw cards, you can get the board. Let's do that. Let's try and kill them the normal way.
But Luker is so close to just stabilizing. I mean, all it takes is one Jade at this point. Another Jade would do it. The Twilight Acolytes are gone. So this is the last push for tempo that Fuji's got, unless his hand is somehow filled with dragons. Most of the deck for Luker is live. Card draw, Branching Paths, Nourish, Ultimate Infestation, Jade Generators. The only really dead draws are something like Wrath, which can cycle itself, or alternatively Spreading Plague when there are no more minions left. So for the time being, it looks like Luker is going to eventually be able to find a stabilization point. I'm really not too pessimistic about his chances here.
Finally, if you're a Luker fan at least, that is a card that he has wanted for the longest time. Malfurion will help as well. That will set up those taunts at some point to get in the way, but Nourish is urgently needed. Now he can start making crazy Jades.
That's Divine Spirit right there,
but
guaranteed.
That is, yeah.
There's another one in the deck, so Shadow Visions number 2 could double. We might be looking at a pretty big push soon enough.
Luker has the information. There's only one spell left in the deck as well. So he knows that Fuji has one of each, because he has the other one in his hand. It's just been told that. So he knows there's one of each in hand now. It has to be.
There's only one Naturalize in that Druid deck, right? Just a reminder. Only one Naturalize in that deck.
Right, so he has no way of dealing with a big thing anymore.
Spreading Plague can stall a little bit, but Luker knows that 4/9 is spelling death if he's not able to armor up beyond it.
Yeah, there's always other ways to get more health. Powered Shield, of course, would give the amount he needs just to get to 22.
Yeah, Fujitora looking like he's got the game on lockdown next turn. Even with the 2/1/5s coming out from Malfurion, he can then steal, draw with the Powered Shield, his entire deck's in his hand, and he just goes in.
Does Luker here, and he loses if he does, but does he here make the little dudes, the poison dudes? He knows there's a Divine Spirit and Inner Fire in hand. He can work that out because of the way that the search went. So he knows he's taking 23 that way, but he can survive with Malfurion and kill off the board with the poison spiders. But he's dead to things.
He's dead to everything that this deck does, right? Since there's the last Powered Shield, drawing a card, cycling into the final Divine Spirit. Luker knows there's just no way for him to stop this. And in fact, this is going to be him just trying to mitigate the amount of damage that's going to be dealt with a Twilight Drake. Fujitora has been setting this up. He's only got to deal 21 with that Twilight Drake, which is undoubtedly within his power, insofar as he doesn't completely whiff on the draws here. I'd be very surprised.
Just heal, power shield.
Yep, make it 21 and then double up. He's gonna maximize efficiency just for the sake of it. But that Twilight Drake with a 4-9 stat line is going to be doubled up all the way to 22, combined with the Operative, is going to close out the game in favor of Fuji, and that's going to give him the 4-2 win in the Grand Finals for the final push. And that is a relief for Fujitora. Can't believe it. You can tell he's getting emotional at the end of this series. At long last, celebrating a well-deserved finals.
He's been telling us for months, I don't even know why I bothered watching it, that he was going to win this event. And he has proven himself, raises the country flag for the photographers. And he is going to be able to set up his life with this amount of money. He told us he wanted to, he told us he was going to, and he has delivered on